The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform and any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Thank you for tuning in to the Influencer's Edge, where you get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques so you can leapfrog over the pack in sales, influence, and persuasion. Remember to visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com to enjoy even more great episodes like this one. We look forward to seeing you again on the Influencer's Edge Show. All right, welcome once again to the Influencer's Edge, ladies and gentlemen, and however you choose to identify yourself. We won't go into that. This is the Influencer's Edge, the show that disconnects the dots, thinks outside the box, and colors outside the lines. We'll see how our guest is comfortable or uncomfortable with that. I did give him the traditional pre-show warning and pre-talk. I really love your microphone. It's changing color as I look, so that's pretty cool. Welcome.
Yeah.
Do you like Gerardo or Gerardo or
Gerardo is fine. Thank you.
Gerardo Linarducci.
You got it.
See, I am a gentleman and a scholar, and I used to have a fine head of hair. All right.
You and me both.
Oh, yeah, it happens. The hair grows where it didn't used to, and where it should, it heads back towards your shoulder blades.
Yeah.
All right. So let's read these bios, which I traditionally find boring as batshit.
Yeah.
And you can curse if you want on this show. We don't care. We're not a fucking family show.
Perfect.
Gerardo Linarducci is a seasoned sales coach. What does seasoned mean? You've been at it a long time. How long have you been doing this?
Almost half my life. I'm 60 years old, and I've been doing it for 3 decades. Next year will be 30 years.
Now, when you were a 5, 6-year-old boy running through the fields of Indianapolis or whatever podunk town you grew up in, did you think, Mom, Dad, I can't wait to grow up to be a financial, insurance salesperson or financial?
Yeah, it's my past was in the insurance and financial field, and now it's all about personal coaching and positive mindsets and motivating.
All right, got it. But you didn't grow up. What was your dream as a kid? Like, I'm going to be an astronaut or a pro boxer who flies on space. What was it?
You to be quite honest with you, I just wanted to own pizzerias.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Did you try that? Did you give it a shot?
Well, yeah, I gave it a shot. I actually grew up in Newark, New Jersey, so the terrain is totally different. So in New Jersey and Newark, where I grew up, there are pizzerias on every other block because it's so populated. But yeah, I just loved making pizzas. I loved making people happy when they came in, and I was tossing the dough up, and I had a lot of fun doing that.
Pause. Tossing the dough can have certain meanings.
No, the pizza dough.
You can get hair on your palms from tossing your dough.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to the point where I could spin the dough in both hands at the same time, and it was just fun. And who doesn't like pizza? So
what was your introduction to the? I understand you're now coaching and teaching motivation and other technologies, but what was your introduction? How did you come to the field that you're in now?
Great question. And how I'll answer it is this way. we as humans are all on the elusive dream of eternal of complete happiness, feeling whole in our heart and everything that we do. And so many people through the financial years and experience of me asking the hard questions, kind of like exactly what you just asked. Is this where you would find yourself or found yourself when you were thinking back 15, 20 years ago? And the majority of the people said, absolutely not. And the discussions just lead, it's kind of like the blooming onion. You start peeling back that onion and you go and you probe and you probe. And for me, it was the life insurance is, in my opinion, one of the greatest industries on the planet. And the reason I say that is we, I, at one point was the only person. I've delivered 6 death claims. And each time I delivered those death checks, I was the only person who showed up with money at the.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What in the hell is a death check? I picture you showing up in a Grim Reaper costume
No,
with your
no,
scythe and going, "Well,
no, no,
sorry
no,
for your
no.
loss,
So,
ha
so
ha ha ha, and here's
yeah,
the money, and stop crying."
yeah. Well, it was almost like that. The death check is the claim, right? The person has passed away, and I'm delivering the life insurance check to the family. And when I delivered those checks, I always got the same response. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this is going to do for us in the family. And I said, I was just doing my job. You and your husband were the ones who made that call. I just help you implement it.
That's a great way of giving validation back to people who are hurting. I don't know if you've ever thought of yourself as sprinkling a little bit of healing in situations. Have you thought of yourself as bringing a little healing into situations where,
I'm not going to say I thought about it. What I will say is I always treat people the way I would want to be treated if the tables were turned. So I always use the example of a decade ago, everyone walking around with the WWJD bracelets, the What Would Jesus Do? So I try and work with my clients in the same exact way I would want to be treated, how I want to be spoken to, um, just out of respect. And it got me very, very far.
isn't that one of the we'll get to Sandler for a minute, which I think is I'll give you what I think about that from what little I know. But isn't that a foundational basis of any kind of selling? If you really
Oh,
going to do it from rather than high pressure or
yeah.
a little trickery, I think is fine. But that's me. Isn't that, do they teach that foundational basis of, and do you think this empathy, do you think empathy can be taught, or is it just a trait that's either there or it's not?
I believe empathy is one of my God gifted talents. I think that cannot be taught. It has to be inside the person's soul. Listen, we're all good people here, right? But we all think differently. We all have different values and we all have our own opinions. And the empathetic portion of it is I just, again, I just treat people the way I would want to be treated in that selling environment. And
Right.
that I believe has is what gave me the courage to stay in the financial world and accomplish everything that I accomplished there.
Cool. Because you know the I and I'm not gonna make this about me, but I have a VIP client who's paying me a good chunk of money to teach him how to use some hypnotic language in his business, which is selling retirement plans and annuities and maximizing Social Security, et cetera, et cetera. And I think he would go along with you and agree that empathy is a huge part of what you're doing. On the other hand, you can't let your empathy get in the way of busting through people's limiting notions of how things work. Does this make
That
sense to you?
Yeah, that and that is spot on. I recently wrote my second book called The Art of Selling Widgets. And regardless of what you sell in this world, there's an art to selling, and the art is, are you empathetic? Are you a good communicator? Are you humbled? Do you believe in the product that you're selling? So if you truly believe in the product that you sell, it just comes natural. It comes out authentic. It's again, I've seen the power of what life insurance does. I've seen the power of professional coaching. Um,
Me too. Me too. I've easily spent $500,000 on coaches and continue and intend to
yeah,
continue doing it.
absolutely. And we continue to do it. I, as well, with my personal coach, we continue to do it because we see more value in it, especially at this point in our lives. I mean, I'm getting ready to turn 61 here in a
You're a
couple of months.
puppy. You're a
Yeah, right.
puppy.
But yeah, let's face it, we think differently. It's almost like every 10 years of our lives, we begin to think different. And, I'm thinking different these days. I have my dad who's 93 in
Bless
hospice.
him. Bless
Yeah.
him with more years.
Thank you so much. And, I admire him. And the other day, not the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I had a conversation with him when I was visiting him down in Florida. And I asked him, I said, Dad, as an immigrant, we came to this country in 66.
You would be Italian American, correct?
Exactly.
Or
Um,
Sicilian?
no, Italian. We're from province of Avellino down by Naples in a very, very small, quaint town.
Oh, beautiful. Italy, I've been. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. But I asked my dad, I said, Dad, are, are you complete? You retired at the age of 61, not knowing how to read, write, or speak the English language
You're
fluently.
shitting me.
No. My father and mother, to this day, they still have the laminated document that I made for them for their checkbook because they're not technical. So they still write their bills and checks, and they still
Whoa.
have the document in their checkbook how to write the number 1, 2, 10, 20, 100.
No disrespect intended. I really mean, I'm just, have you ever, I really mean this. I asked out of sheer curiosity, have you ever shown them an iPad or anything like that? And
Oh yeah, yeah. My mom has an iPad, and she calls me every 15 minutes because she doesn't know what she did. She's the person that has 18 Facebook accounts because she can't remember her passwords and resets.
It's amazing. I just want to share human to human. Uh, Towards the end of their life, when they were living in assisted living, we got them a simple computer setup, and my mom loves surfing the web. This is
Yeah,
back in the very early 2000s, and she would stay up all night surfing the web and say, "Wow, this web is great." But she didn't understand things like URLs or
yeah,
HTML or any
yeah.
of that. Aren't our parents inspirational and wonderful? The older we get, the more we see how wise they've been all along.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that I guess that's why I am the way I am. I'm designed the way I'm designed. Um, again, as the immigrant, I understand why people are trying to get into the United States of America. It is
Yep,
for the land of opportunity.
yep.
But let's just do it right, people.
We don't get into politics here.
Yep, let's just do it right.
Okay. Even though I agree with you and see where you're headed, we just don't do it here. All
It's
right.
all good.
Let's talk about ICANN.
Yeah.
YECAN. What does ICANN stand for? It's an acronym, obviously. What are each of those elements, and what makes it you? What makes it unique to you? I mean, because a lot of people are offering coaching to people who do these kind of things. What is ICANN, and what was your? I'm going to ask you two questions before you answer. What is ICANN?
Okay.
My question is, what was your process for coming up with it? Did it just hit you one day out of the blue? Was it a result of trial and error? Tell me your process and then tell me what it means.
Okay. So the process, it was myself and my marketing person, and we were just having a conversation of what I can name the coaching business. And he races cars in the Indianapolis series.
You're screwing with me.
No, no, no. He's in the feeder system in the educational. So it's kind of like baseball. You have the major leagues and then you
Right,
have minors. Well,
right.
Indianapolis 500 series is the major leagues, and then there's minor leagues of racing. And he still is in the double A. So he's only just recently graduated high school. He's been racing cars since the age of 15.
So he only goes 175 miles an hour.
Yeah, just
But
175. Yeah. It's funny, but
sounds like an ex of mine.
yeah. But we came up with the idea, and we were just speaking, and I said to him, I said, Elliot, if anybody can do it, you can do it. And then that's where he said, hey, why don't you name the business I Can? I can do it.
I love it.
And that is the entire thing about I Can, is having the ability to do it. Another example, what I was talking about my parents, right? I can do it. I think about my mom and dad when I was in high school, the conversations we would have over the dinner table, and it was always, can we do it? Do you think we can manage? How are we going to do it? So it's, I can. You can do it if you really want it bad enough.
But you spell it by the way, just parenthetically, my parents were the great generation. They went through the Depression,
Yep.
fought World War II. My dad was a combat medic fighting the Nazis. There,
Hmm.
he wasn't allowed to carry a gun. That's the great generation where
Yep.
we pale by comparison to what they.
Oh, yeah. We don't even know what life is until we've feel a disaster happen. It's kind of like back in 9/11. We were all humbled. We were all hurting. Um,
I
yeah.
was furious, but let's get that. Why EYE? What does
Yep.
EYE stand for?
So there is no acronym
Okay,
behind the EYE. It's just I, and I wanted to make it something different. And that's when I said, I, the single I, our eyes, if we see it, we can do it. If we understand it, we can do it.
got it.
And so it was honestly just on a play of words. It's almost like
Right.
Bon Jovi with the Slippery When Wet album, right? They didn't have an album cover, and they just threw water on a piece of plastic, and the album cover came.
I
So
love
like
it. I love
that's how
it.
I did it.
All right, so let's dive into a little bit. I want to. Here's where I want to push a little bit because I had a meet when I read your bio and said you were trained in the Sandler system. The
Yeah,
only thing I know about Sandler is when I used to fly a lot in the 90s and do talk show appearances, I would pull out the magazine in front of me and they would have a back page,
yeah,
2 pages on the Sandler system. I
yeah.
don't, isn't it archaic and outdated and subject to updates? Isn't it something that needs updates and because it's been around what, 50? It's like Dale Carnegie.
Yeah, again, so there's different schools of thought, right? Um, does it need updating? Yeah, I believe it needs updating. But if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Okay, I get it.
So the Sandler system is a proven, proven selling system that you can increase your revenue, sales revenue, and be the most efficient salesperson that you can possibly be. So it's not only about selling the product, but it's understanding what lane you're in and trying to keep you focused in that lane to minimize the distractions, which
Action.
create efficiencies in whatever you're doing.
Got it. What were we talking about? No, I'm just messing with you.
I
All right,
appreciate that one.
let's deal with the. I'm just messing with you. What I told you this would be a
Yeah.
different kind of
Oh,
interview.
yeah, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what you're sharing with your clientele. What is your system? Before we say the system, what is the heart of it? What is the
The,
beating
the
heart of what you're sharing with the people you coach?
yeah, complete happiness. How can you live your most abundant life? Period. And the reason I say that is going back 25 plus years in the financial world, I have had thousands of discussions with people regarding their money. And what I also learned was a lot of people had a lot of money, but they were unhappy with themselves. And the people that had no money, some of them were happy and some of them were not. And that's why I always say, are we all not chasing that elusive dream called complete happiness?
There's a book called The Happiness Trap where
Wow.
where he really talks about how we're constantly chasing our tails, trying to
Yeah.
find happiness. And there's a distinction between happiness and joy,
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Absolutely. And that is what the entire basis of I Can coaching is all about, is how we can help you live your most abundant life by discovering areas in your business life and in your personal life that have leaks or holes in it. And then it's my job to help you plug those holes through a discovery process of questions.
Okay, pushback. I get
Yes.
that you're qualified to do financial stuff. This is your bread and butter, your wheelhouse. But when it comes to personal stuff, personal happiness, you're not
Mhm.
a therapist. You don't what right? You don't hold yourself out to be. So how can you advise people, not cancel, excuse me,
Counsel,
counsel,
consult.
I know, consult people when it comes to personal happiness?
Oh, that's easy. It's 4 letters, LIFE. See, uh, you have every right to shake your head.
No,
Uh,
that I shrugged my shoulders mean, what does that mean?
It
And
means
what
life. It means I've had life experiences, right? So here is the analogy. You and I personally, will never know what it feels like to give birth to a child, but we can
no,
only but we can only be empathetic to that individual.
I'm in awe of that individual. I'm in
Perfect.
awe of people who are gateways to life, like awe.
So if I know that there's quicksand and you're about to step in it because of my life
Got
experiences,
it.
that is very valuable information.
Yep.
And so I'm not here to say I am certified, I'm not, but I know that I have faced a lot of shit
Oh,
that
me
the
too.
regular person doesn't face.
Me too. Me too. Now, one of the challenges I found being I don't like to even coach, someone who a transformational guide is there's a difference between giving someone information, wisdom, insight, and getting them to implementation. Between
Correct.
the information and the implementation, there's a big gap. How do you assist people in crossing that gap? What's the bridge?
So it's
These are damn
interesting.
good questions, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they're really good, and I'm impressed. But here's how I'm going to answer this jokingly. The first 30 seconds. There's a great movie out there called The Founder. It's the history of McDonald's with Michael Keaton.
Saw it. I saw he's wonderful. He plays Ray Kroc.
Yes.
Steals the
So,
business right from under the brothers and
yep, absolutely. So here's the greatest line in that movie. The world is full of educated fools. A piece of paper, a diploma means absolutely nothing unless you put it into action and use it. Bottom line, and that's it. So the question here is when I sit down and talk to my prospective new client, I have to figure out if number one, are they coachable? Because if you're not coachable, we're all going to spin our wheels. And I don't want to waste my time trying to pull talent out of you when you don't want it pulled out of you.
and might I add, are they enjoyable to work with? They can
That's it.
if they're not enjoyable, I've gotten to the point in my career where I could say, you know what, I could lead you here and you've got plenty of money and money is nice. I like it, but I want to work with you. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
fun for me. I let me pass you on to somebody else.
That's music to my ears. I call that the abundance mentality, right? You are not afraid. I am not afraid to say no. I'm sorry. We're not hitting it off, and I don't want to build my practice around you. It's the culture that I want to work in, and I want to work with people that I really enjoy developing a relationship with.
And paradoxically, I'm sure you found that that actually makes you more appealing, and people are willing to pay you even more money because it comes across without you even having to say it. It comes across in your body language, your attitude, the way in which you speak and address people. I bet that's the case, correct?
Again, you're spot on, but that's the art. That is the art of selling yourself, selling your coaching, and really down deep inside, really wanting to serve others, because that's what we're all here for. Bottom line is, how can we help one another grow? And that's what I'm.
Here's the $65 trillion question.
Uh-oh.
No, there's no uh-oh. You know, I'm genuinely curious when I ask these things. There's no uh-oh, there's no gotcha. So you and I are in that position where we can say, I'm not going to work with this person unless I can help them. And furthermore, I'm not going to work with them unless I enjoy working with them.
Correct.
How do you maintain that attitude if you're financially in a place where you need clients because you're just starting out or you're not doing things correctly and you need to fix quickly? Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
How do you do
Absolutely.
that? That's a big problem.
And I'll give you a nice word. It's called faith, and it's called hope.
Ah,
So it, again, selling, I'm only a salesperson is unemployed the moment the client signs that dotted line. He has no job.
that's say that again.
A salesperson is unemployed the moment their prospect signs the dotted line.
Chef's kiss gold. That was gold. Thank you for dropping that.
Thank you. I stole that from somebody years ago,
I
so I
don't
have no
care.
idea.
I steal everything. No, I don't
Right?
steal
So do
anything,
I.
but I don't steal everything. I do get inspired, but I always give credit where it's due. I never claim something to be
Yep.
original. Keeps me out of court and my
Yep.
legs unbroken and my teeth in my mouth.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Well,
a big
see,
fan of that.
we are the same type of people. Um, so it's self-completing. I feel good. And so many of us go to work hating our jobs
Yep.
for that paycheck.
Yep.
Well, a person is willing to exchange their time for a monetary unit, for a dollar. And when they earn that dollar, it becomes dirty because they're not happy how they're earning it and where they're earning it.
And I would have to say, Gerardo, that's 85% of the people. There's some people I know who are very lucky. My neighbor, Elizabeth, is a scientist.
Yeah,
Like 5 feet tall and really brilliant, really, she's a cute little thing. And she loves her work, but that's rare.
absolutely. And when I was 100% in the life insurance business, I loved it. That's why I say it is the greatest occupation going. The industry had me travel around the world. The industry had me speaking to hundreds of financial advisors. It had me meeting people that I would have never met, and the relationships that I built, from professional athletes to movie producers to Vegas entertainers to, get this, a person who makes $220,000 a year shining shoes.
Whoa, okay. Whose shoes are they shining?
Well, no, it's the system. He was coachable. He was a person who thought outside the box. So the airport, you go through the airport, you just got one guy who's always sitting there, and he's lucky if he shines 2 or 3 pairs of shoes a day.
Right.
right? Well, if you're in the middle of downtown Indianapolis, you have eight tall skyscrapers there. Well, why don't you set up a schedule? We had a conversation 20 years ago. Why don't you set up a schedule and women go get their manicures done and they give them these little slippers. So buy those little slippers, go into the office and start picking up 40, 50 pairs of shoes.
Great way to meet women too.
Yeah. and then return the shoes.
As a former pickup artist, coach, I don't know if you know my background, but that's what I used to do and still will do that. We're actually at the end of our third.
I know, I saw that.
And we whipped through this. I barely talked about your system or any of that. Do you have copies of your books?
Yes.
You can hold up. Can you hold them up to the camera?
Hold on. Yeah, I do.
All right.
Let me
That's fine.
right here.
Ladies and germs, check out that microphone. It's changing colors, or am I hallucinating?
Are you on something?
Yes, but it's psychiatric. It's by my doctor.
Here's a copy of my book, and what I'm willing to do. Anyone who goes to my Anyone who goes to my website, iCanDoIt.com.
Spell it E-Y-E.
No, I can do it. Not the E-Y-E. It was already taken, believe it or not.
Okay. iCanDoIt.com.
iCanDoIt.com. And if you sign up, I will provide you a copy for free.
A hard copy or a download PDF?
No, a hard copy. I will provide it to you for free. And I'll also throw in a surprise gift, a copy of my first book as well.
Okay, I thought that gift might be a picture of you in a Speedo, but
No. We ain't going that far.
All right. How else can the audience stay in the conversation with you? And we'll also put it in the show notes. My producer, Tracy, will do that. How else, if they don't want to wait for a book, how do they stay in the conversation with you?
Yeah, just go to the website. You can sign up. I'm on all the social media platforms. iCan Coaching on Facebook. iCan Coaching on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. So I'm all over the place. I can be found. I have nothing to hide. And
really? Now you just tempted me to go another 15 minutes. I don't have.
Hey,
thanks for being on the show. Stay on with me after we're done recording, because we'll do a green room chat. All right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, another entertaining, informative, and amazing interview with our fantastic guest this week. Today, this episode has been Gerardo. Say your last name?
Linarducci.
So thank you very much. And as I always end these episodes, to the hostile alien armada hovering in their cloaked ships just outside of Earth's atmosphere, remember, eat the Canadians first. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform and any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Welcome to the Influencer's Edge. This is the place where you come to get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques to leapfrog over the pack in sales, persuasion, and influence. Be sure you visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com. And while you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, tune in, and enjoy today's episode.